This month, BC residents will have the opportunity to participate in a referendum that decides on what voting system we should use in our future provincial elections. First, we will look at British Columbia's current electoral system, first past the post, and then introduce the other proportional representation, identifying 3 different options to choose from. In first past the post voting system, the province is divided into electoral districts. Each district is represented by 1 member of the Legislative Assembly, MLA. Voters mark their ballot for 1 candidate, and the candidate with the most votes in the district wins and represents the district in the legislature. Currently 85 constituencies across the province of British Columbia. The last federal election, the Liberal Party won 55% of the seats but only won 39% of the votes, and this was done with the first past the post voting system. Next, we will discuss proportional representation. Proportional representation means that when a party gets 25% of the votes, then they also get 25% of the seats in the legislature. Every person's vote counts. It restricts strategic voting and makes everyone's voice heard. In BC, having a proportional representation would allow the smaller areas, like the interior and the north, to have a stronger voice during elections. Within proportional representation, we will touch on the 3 types, first being mixed member proportional. In mixed member proportional, there are 2 types of MLAs, district and regional. District MLAs represent electoral districts and are elected using the first past the post voting system. Regional MLAs represent groups of electoral districts called regions. These are elected from a party list so that each party's shares of seats in the legislature roughly matches its share of the province-wide popular vote. Regional seats are allocated to parties within defined regions, not the province as a whole. District seats and regional seats added together roughly match the party's share of the vote. A party must get at least 5% of the vote to get any regional seats. Depending on the mixed member proportional system, voters have 2 separate votes, one for a district candidate and one for the party. In other forms, voters cast 1 vote for a candidate that also counts for the candidate's party. If mixed member proportional is adopted, a legislative committee will decide after the referendum if voters have 1 or 2 votes. Next, we have dual member proportional, where parties nominate 1 or 2 candidates per district. Parties specify their first and second candidates on the ballot. Voters vote for 1 option on the ballot, a party's candidate or an independent candidate. In dual-member proportional, most electoral districts are combined with a neighboring district and represented by 2 members of the Legislative Assembly. This is standard except for the largest rural districts, which continue to have 1 member of the Legislative Assembly by gaining the highest number of votes. With this system, there would now be 2 MPs instead of 1, allowing for more constituents to have their views represented in the House of Commons. Although there would be twice as many MPs per riding, the ridings would double in size, so the number of MPs would remain the same. Now we look at the final proportional representation, rural-urban proportional. This combines 2 different proportional voting systems, single transferable vote and mixed member proportional. In rural areas, the mixed member would be used, and in the urban areas of the province, we would use the single transferable vote. As we discussed in mixed member, each rural district has a district MLA and several regional MLAs. In single transferable vote, we would group several single member ridings together and elect a select set of candidates in each area who would be represented in the legislature. Voters rank their preferred candidates on the ballot. On this ballot, they have to rank at least 1, but it's up to the voters if they rank all the candidates. Each party can have more than 1 representative. Once the voting closes, then the counting begins. Several rounds of counting are common. The first round looks at which candidate hit the quota set out by the party. Once a candidate is picked, then that candidate's remaining votes are then distributed to the voter's next option. This continues until all the seats are filled. This system allows for the seats in the legislature to be proportional to the votes cast. Now that we have established the different types of voting systems, it is up to you to go out and vote. Registered voters will get a voting package in the mail from Elections BC between October 22nd and November 2nd, 2018. Be sure to follow the instructions in your voting package, and if you have yet to receive a voting package, it still isn't too late. For more information, check it online. Now go out and vote.